Most people spend a lot of time thinking about which credit card to open next, but they spend almost no time thinking about which credit card should leave their wallet next. And that is exactly how a smart rewards setup turns into an expensive mess. A new card feels exciting. A big welcome bonus feels like progress. A premium benefit list feels like opportunity. But an old card with no clear job, an annual fee you barely notice, unused credits you keep forgetting, points you never redeem, and benefits that no longer match your life can quietly cost you more than a new card ever saves. The real credit card strategy is not only about applying, it is about reviewing, downgrading, canceling, simplifying, and making sure every card still earns its place. Because a card that was perfect for you 2 years ago can be wrong for you today. Maybe your travel habits changed. Maybe you moved. Maybe your spending categories shifted. Maybe the annual fee increased. Maybe the credits became harder to use. Maybe you opened a better card that does the same job. Maybe the welcome bonus is long gone and the card is still charging rent in your wallet. This is why the question is not just, should I get this card? The question is also, should I still keep this card? And most people avoid that second question because it feels uncomfortable. Canceling a card feels like losing something. Downgrading feels like admitting the card is no longer special. Calling the bank feels annoying. Thinking about points, credit limits, account age, and annual fees feels complicated. So people do nothing. They keep the card. The fee posts. They tell themselves they will use the benefits more next year. Then next year comes, and the same thing happens again. That is not a strategy. That is inertia. And inertia is profitable for banks. The first rule is simple. Every credit card should be reviewed before the annual fee posts, not after you are surprised by it. Put the renewal month on a calendar. Put the annual fee amount next to it. Put the card's main job next to it. 1 month before the fee, ask what the card did for you over the last 12 months. Not what the card promised, not what the issuer advertised, not what someone online said it could be worth. What did it actually do for you? Did you use the credits naturally? Did you earn extra rewards above a no-fee alternative? Did you redeem the points at a strong value? Did the card save you checked bag fees, hotel costs, travel insurance costs, foreign transaction fees, or real cash expenses? Did it protect an important purchase? Did it simplify your system? Did it help your household make better choices? Or did it mostly sit there because you liked having it? The difference matters. A credit card benefit is only valuable when it becomes real in your life. If a card has a travel credit you did not use, that is not value. If it has a lounge benefit but you barely traveled, that is not value. If it has a hotel certificate that expired, that is not value. If it has a dining credit that made you order food you would not have ordered, that is not savings. If it earns points you never redeem, that is potential, not value. The bank counts potential. You should count reality. The second rule is to separate first-year value from long-term value. Many cards are excellent in year 1 because of a welcome bonus. A bonus can easily justify an annual fee if you meet the spending requirement with normal purchases and redeem the rewards well. But the welcome bonus is a one-time event. The annual fee is not. After the first year, the card has to pass a different test. Without the welcome bonus, would you still choose this card today? That question is powerful because it removes nostalgia. Maybe the card helped you book a great trip. Maybe it gave you a huge points balance. Maybe it felt exciting when you opened it. But past value does not pay this year's fee. You can appreciate what a card did for you and still decide it no longer belongs in your wallet. That is not failure. That is maintenance. A clean credit card setup is maintained like a system. You add cards when they solve real problems. You keep cards when they continue to perform. You downgrade or cancel cards when they lose their job. The third rule is to compare every card against what you would use instead. A card may earn rewards, but would a no-fee card earn almost the same rewards with less effort? A card may have credits, but would you be better off paying directly and using a simpler setup? A card may offer points, but do you redeem those points well enough to beat cash back? A card may provide travel benefits, but do you travel often enough to use them? Never compare a card against nothing. Compare it against the best realistic alternative. If a card has a $95 annual fee and gives you $120 of value, that may look positive. But if a no-fee card would have given you $80 of value with less effort, the annual fee card only created $40 of extra value before considering your time and attention. Is that enough? Maybe, maybe not. The point is to measure the difference. Many cards survive in people's wallets because they create some value, but not enough value to justify the fee, complexity, or overlap. A good card is not just better than nothing. It should be meaningfully better than the simpler option. The fourth rule is to identify overlap. Overlap is one of the biggest reasons people waste annual fees. You might have two cards that both earn well on dining, two cards that both offer lounge access, two cards that both provide travel protections, two cards that both give hotel perks, two cards that both use similar credits. At first, every card may have made sense, but once your wallet grows, some cards start doing the same job. If two cards have the same job, one of them needs to justify why it should stay. Sometimes there is a reason. Maybe one card earns better points and the other provides a specific travel benefit. Maybe one card is used for protections and the other for categories. Maybe one card keeps access to a transfer partner. But the reason should be specific. Vague overlap is expensive. A strong wallet is not a crowded wallet. A strong wallet is a clear wallet. Each card should have one primary role: foundation card, grocery card, dining card, travel points card, airline bag card, hotel certificate card, large purchase protection card, business expense card. If a card's role is unclear, review it. If a card's role is duplicated, compare it. If a card's role disappeared, act. The fifth rule is to understand your options before canceling. Canceling is not the only move. Sometimes the best move is a downgrade. Sometimes it is a product change. Sometimes it is moving credit limit to another card with the same issuer. Sometimes it is accepting a retention offer for one more year. Sometimes it is keeping the card because the value is still real. The mistake is thinking the choice is only keep forever or cancel immediately. A downgrade can be useful when you want to remove an annual fee while preserving the account relationship and available credit. A product change can move you into a card that fits your current life better. A retention offer can make sense if the issuer offers points or statement credits that improve the math, but do not let a retention offer erase your standards. A one-time offer may make another year worthwhile. It does not permanently fix a weak card. Put a reminder to review again next year. Also understand what happens to your points before you cancel. Some points are tied to a specific card. Some can be moved to another card in the same program. Some may be lost if you close the only card that keeps them active. Some airline or hotel points may remain in the loyalty account, but flexible bank points may require careful handling. Do not cancel first and ask later. Check the rules. Redeem, transfer, combine, or product change if needed. The sixth rule is to think about credit utilization, but do not let fear control you. People often keep useless cards because they are afraid canceling will destroy their credit score. Closing a card can reduce your available credit, which can affect utilization if you carry balances on other cards. It can also affect your profile over time, but fear should not be the whole decision. If the card has no annual fee and no downside, keeping it open may be fine. But if the card has an annual fee and no real job, paying year after year just because of vague credit score fear can be costly. You can often reduce the impact by paying balances before statement closing dates, moving credit limits if the issuer allows it, downgrading to a no-fee product, or keeping other older cards open. The key is to make an informed decision. Credit score matters, but it should support your financial life, not force you to pay unnecessary fees forever. A healthy credit profile is valuable, so is not wasting money. Balance both. The seventh rule is to watch for expired lifestyle fit. This is the quiet one. You may keep a card because it used to match your life. You used to travel for work, so the premium travel card made sense. You used to fly one airline, so the airline card made sense. You used to stay in hotels often, so the hotel card made sense. You used to order food delivery every week, so the dining credits made sense. You used to spend heavily in a category that justified the fee. But life changed. Maybe now you work from home. Maybe you cook more. Maybe your family schedule changed. Maybe your preferred airport changed. Maybe you are saving for a different goal. The card may still be good, but not good for your current life. Your wallet should not be loyal to an old version of you. It should match the life you are living now. That means every major life change should trigger a wallet review. New job, new city, new travel pattern, new household size, new budget, new financial goal. When life changes, card value changes. The eighth rule is to stop valuing unused benefits emotionally. This is especially important with premium cards. A premium card can feel hard to close because the benefits feel impressive. Lounge access, hotel status, travel credits, purchase protections, concierge, transfer partners. But impressive is not the same as useful. Ask what would actually change if you no longer had the card. Would you lose real savings? Would you pay more for trips you already take? Would you lose protections you actually rely on? Would you lose a transfer partner you use? Or would you mostly lose the feeling of having access? Access has value only when it matters to you. If you rarely use the lounge, do not count it like a frequent traveler. If hotel status rarely gets you anything, value it conservatively. If travel credits require inconvenient booking, discount them. If a benefit creates errands, calendar reminders, or purchases you do not want, reduce its value. The card's marketing number is not your number. Your number is what you use naturally, consistently, and honestly. The ninth rule is to downgrade cards that still have structural value but weak fee value. Maybe a card has helped your credit history, but the annual fee no longer makes sense. Maybe it belongs to an issuer you want to stay with, but the benefits are no longer useful. Maybe it earns points in a system you still use, but a cheaper version would preserve access. In those cases, downgrading can be cleaner than canceling. But check the details. A product change may affect benefits, earning rates, transferability, points expiration, or future welcome bonus eligibility. Sometimes downgrading before a certain date matters. Sometimes keeping a card for a full year matters. Sometimes product changing to a no-fee card is easy. Sometimes it is not available. The exact rules vary by issuer and product, so do the homework before acting. The strategy is not to downgrade everything. The strategy is to use the right tool for the current job. If the job is credit history and no annual fee access, a downgrade may be perfect. If the job is gone completely and there is no useful product path, canceling may be fine. The 10th rule is to be careful with cards that are kept only for points access. Some cards unlock transfer partners or higher redemption value. That can be a real reason to keep them, but it should still be evaluated. If you keep a card mainly because it allows transfers, ask how often you actually transfer points. If you keep it for portal value, ask how often you book through that portal and whether prices are competitive. If you keep it to combine points from other cards, ask whether the combined system produces more value than cash back. If the answer is yes, good. Keep the card because it has a real job. If the answer is vague, the card may be surviving on theory. A points ecosystem can be valuable, but only if you redeem. Points sitting unused do not justify fees forever. The 11th rule is to create a renewal checklist. This checklist can be simple. First, what is the annual fee? Second, what benefits did I use last year? Third, what credits did I miss? Fourth, how much extra value did the card create compared with a no-fee alternative? Fifth, did the card cause extra spending? Sixth, do I have points tied to this card? Seventh, is there a downgrade path? Eighth, would I apply for this card again today? Ninth, what is my decision? Keep, downgrade, product change, cancel, or call for retention? Write the answer down. The act of writing makes the decision clearer. It stops you from relying on memory, and memory is not good enough for annual fees. Memory is exactly how fees sneak through. A spreadsheet, a note app, or a calendar reminder is enough. The tool does not matter. The habit matters. The 12th rule is to avoid closing cards in a panic. Maybe an annual fee posts and you feel annoyed. Maybe you realize you forgot to use a benefit. Maybe you feel like the card is a waste. Pause for a moment. Check refund rules. Check product change options. Check points. Check credit line movement. Check whether a retention offer exists. Then, act. A calm review is better than an emotional cancellation. The goal is not to punish the card. The goal is to make the best move for your system. Sometimes the best move is closing. Sometimes the best move is downgrading. Sometimes the best move is keeping for one more year because a retention offer changes the math. Sometimes the best move is using the remaining credits before closing. But you only know if you slow down enough to look. The 13th rule is to avoid keeping a card because of sunk cost. The annual fee you paid last year is gone. The time you spent learning the card is gone. The excitement you felt when opening it is gone. The only question is whether the card is worth keeping from today forward. Sunk cost is powerful because it makes people defend old decisions. But a smart credit card user is allowed to change their mind. In fact, changing your mind when the facts change is the whole point of reviewing. You are not married to a card. You are managing a wallet. The 14th rule is to know the difference between a card that is bad and a card that is bad for you. Many cards are excellent for the right person. A premium travel card may be great for a frequent traveler and terrible for someone who rarely travels. An airline card may be great for a family that checks bags and weak for someone who flies whatever airline is cheapest. A hotel card may be great for someone who uses the free night certificate every year and useless for someone who lets it expire. A rotating category card may be great for an organized person and annoying for someone who wants simplicity. Do not turn a personal decision into a universal judgment. You are not saying the card is bad. You are saying the card no longer fits your system. That mindset makes it easier to act without emotion. The 15th rule is to use card cleanup before adding new cards. Before applying for the next card, review the cards you already have. You may discover that you do not need another card. You may need to downgrade one, close one, or shift spending to a card you already own. A messy wallet makes new cards less effective because the system is already unclear. Cleaning up first gives every future card a better chance to work. Think of it like organizing a toolbox before buying another tool. If you do not know what tools you already have, you may buy duplicates. The same thing happens with cards. You apply for another dining card even though you already have one. You add another travel card even though you do not redeem your current points. You chase another bonus even though you still have unused rewards. Cleanup creates clarity. Clarity saves money. The 16th rule is to keep no-fee cards that still help your system, but do not let no fee mean no review. A no-fee card is easier to keep because it does not charge you every year, and sometimes keeping it helps with credit history or available credit. But even no-fee cards can create clutter. If you forget they exist, if they tempt spending, if they create scattered rewards, or if they confuse your household, review them too. The standard is different because there is no annual fee, but the card should still have a reason. Maybe the reason is credit age. Maybe it is a backup card. Maybe it is a specific category. Maybe it is a no foreign transaction fee option. Fine, just name the reason. Unnamed cards become clutter, even when they are free. The 17th rule is to think about household simplicity. If your partner or family members use cards, closing or downgrading a card affects them too. Make sure everyone knows if a card should no longer be used, if a category changes, or if a benefit is disappearing. A household wallet should be easy to follow. If you downgrade a card that used to be for travel protections, update the travel booking rule. If you cancel a card used for groceries, update the grocery card. If an authorized user card has a fee, review whether that fee is worth it. Household confusion can erase rewards quickly. A good system is not just optimized, it is understandable. The 18th rule is to remember that fewer cards can mean more value. This sounds strange in a rewards world that celebrates huge card collections, but it is true. Fewer cards can mean fewer annual fees, fewer mistakes, fewer missed credits, fewer scattered points, fewer due dates, fewer decisions, and clearer spending. If you can get 80% of the rewards with half the complexity, that may be a better system. Advanced setups can work, but they should earn the right to be advanced. Complexity is not automatically sophistication. Sometimes complexity is just clutter wearing a nice outfit. The goal is not to have the most optimized wallet on paper. The goal is to have the wallet that works in your real life. The 19th rule is to create a card retirement plan. When a card no longer serves you, retire it thoughtfully. Use or protect the points. Move recurring payments. Update autopay records. Download statements if needed. Check credits. Move credit limit if possible. Downgrade or cancel. Then update your tracker. This process prevents loose ends. It also gives you confidence because closing or downgrading no longer feels chaotic. It becomes a normal part of managing the system. Cards come in, cards perform. Cards leave when the job is done. That is healthy. The 20th rule is to make every keep decision active. Do not keep a card by default. Keep it on purpose. Keep it because it earns. Keep it because it protects. Keep it because it saves. Keep it because it supports a point strategy you actually use. Keep it because the no-fee version helps your credit history. Keep it because the benefit clearly beats the fee. But do not keep it because you forgot. Do not keep it because it feels premium. Do not keep it because you might use it someday. Do not keep it because canceling feels like work. The cards in your wallet should be there because they pass the review. This is how you turn credit cards from a collection into a controlled system. So here's the practical exercise. Open your wallet or your spreadsheet and list every card. Next to each card, write one word. Keep, review, downgrade, or cancel carefully. If you immediately know the card's job and the value is clear, mark Keep. If you are unsure, mark Review. If the annual fee is not justified but the account may still have value, mark Downgrade. If the card has no job, no useful downgrade path, and no reason to stay, mark Cancel carefully after checking the details. Then add the renewal month, add the fee, add the points program, add the main benefit, add your next action. This may take 30 minutes, but it can save you years of wasted fees. Most people do not need a new credit card as much as they need a cleaner wallet. A cleaner wallet makes the next decision smarter. It makes spending easier. It makes rewards clearer. It makes annual fees more intentional. And it gives you back attention, which matters more than most people admit. The bank wants your wallet to feel permanent. It wants cards to stay open because you forgot, because you are attached, because you are confused, or because you are afraid to change. But your wallet should be flexible. It should adapt to your life. It should serve your goals. It should help you save money, travel cheaper, protect important purchases, and stay organized. If a card does that, keep it. If it does not, make a move. The smartest credit card users are not always the ones opening the most cards. Sometimes they are the ones closing the right card, downgrading the right card, or saying no to another fee. Rewards are not just earned when you swipe. Rewards are also protected when you stop paying for value you no longer use. That is the part people miss. Saving an annual fee is a reward. Removing clutter is a reward. Simplifying your system is a reward. Avoiding a bad renewal is a reward. Keeping control is the best reward. So before you chase another bonus, review what you already have. Before you pay another annual fee, ask what the card actually did. Before you keep another card by habit, ask whether it still has a job. And before you cancel, check the points, the credit line, the downgrade path, and the timing. This is not about being afraid of credit cards. It is about managing them like tools. Tools should be kept when they work, replaced when something works better, and removed when they no longer serve the job. That is how you build a wallet that stays clean over time. Not by chasing every new card, not by keeping every old card, but by reviewing honestly and acting intentionally. The card that helped you yesterday may not be the card you need tomorrow. That is okay. Your strategy is allowed to evolve. Your wallet is allowed to change. Your money deserves a system that fits the life you are living now.